The Soviet Union has been known throughout its history to portray propaganda in such a way that was able to influence its whole country under one train of thought. The communists were able to portray a simple message or cause through their use of propaganda and literary techniques. But firstly, what is propaganda? Propaganda, paraphrasing the Oxford Dictionary, is information of a misleading or biased nature intended to portray or promote a political cause or perspective. Propaganda has many mediums and ways of getting the message across. It can be delivered through television, like documentaries, news and current affairs, radio, newspapers, posters, magazines, and books. There are many propaganda techniques. Examples of propaganda techniques are repetition, which is the repetition of certain phrases and words to get a message across. Appeal to people. On the idea of majority rules, a claim is attempted to be justified on the basis of what everyone thinks. Appeal to emotion. Emotions used heavily usually appeal to people about a certain cause or message. Name calling, to attach a negative label to a product, cause, or peoples. Now that I have introduced the basics of what propaganda is, its medium, and its techniques, Kurkcu will talk more on how the Soviets use propaganda and the target audience that the propaganda aims to.
The Soviet Union used propaganda to influence, portray an idea, and to provide information. An example of the use of propaganda was when the Soviet military encouraged citizens to go into the army.
You volunteered?
Was one of the many famous catchphrases used through posters, cinemas, and radio. They were able to portray the need to fight in the army for the motherland and their country. The Soviet Union propaganda firstly appeared during the Russian Revolution. This developed the Communist Party to call on the workers and peasants to fight for freedom and justice. The Soviet Union used propaganda to target everyone. Target audience in propaganda included young men to join the army, families to teach their children about communism, and working class people to work harder, just to name a few.
The animated short film The Millionaire is an example of a Soviet cartoon showing effects of democracy and American beliefs in a communist point of view. The story is about a very wealthy woman who passes away and all of her wealth is given to her pet bulldog, who had done absolutely nothing to deserve it. The meaning behind The Millionaire is that it is unfair for someone who did not work for something to receive such a great reward. It also displays how unjust the world would be with an unjust system or law. Money talks is the clear message on capitalistic ideals. At the end, the bulldog became a congressman because he had money. The United States and its system is made to look like an unfair system where the rich get richer. They go into politics to make laws which in turn suit their own needs. It promotes communism by its biases towards capitalism, stating it as a simple game of inheritance and luck. Communism is portrayed as a solution to the problem, in the sense that money would be redistributed for everyone to share. Hence the film denounced capitalist thinking whilst promoting communism, as it was made obvious for the viewers.
At the start of communism, when Lenin led the Soviet Union, propaganda played a key role in the support of him. Posters of Lenin is shown of him being a superior figure, which in example, Lenin lived, Lenin is alive. Lenin will. With Lenin displaying a manly posture, which people are persuaded that he will expand Mother Russia by providing decent jobs, even though people don't realize how bad the conditions are. When Joseph Stalin rose to power in the 1930s, schools was another way of propaganda, which was used to recruit soldiers or to support conversion of people to communism. Teachers would provide teachings of Joseph Stalin as a heroic leader and a godlike person that if you support him, will be recognized by him, therefore be rewarded with great willpower as a way of persuasion by the teachers.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.